Any citizen desiring to be heard, we'll just go to that. And you're from DEQ?
Yes, Department of Environmental Quality.
Right.
And I know you talked to my boss, made a copy.
I did.
Okay.
Can I preface this real
Sure.
quick? You had mentioned, Mr. Chairman, about the Brownfield Foundation grants.
Okay.
Did you not mention about that?
I think we may have talked about something about that.
And she's here to basically fill us in
Right.
on what's available that way.
Yes.
So it's just an information only.
Correct. I work at Department of Environmental Quality in brownfields. And in brownfields, we get to help cities and counties assess their properties for environmental contamination. So lead-based paint, asbestos, we can do sampling. And then we also have a sister program that is called the Statewide Cleanup Assistance Program. And they can do cleanups for you for free. So we can do sampling, and then we can get a cost estimate, then we can hand it over to the SCAP program, and they can do the abatement for you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate you bringing that up.
You're welcome, sir.
We have this, we have a 6-story building right next door to us
Mhm.
here that belongs to the county. It was donated to the county, built back in the 30s. And it's very, from what we've been told, a very sound structure architecturally. But it does need a lot of work. But the first thing we've been told is it needs asbestos abatement. And before we can do anything, whether
Right.
we tear it down
Right.
or we remodel
Right.
it, it doesn't matter. It's got to be abated, what
Right.
we've been told. And so we're looking for some help forward with that.
We can definitely do that. It would be best if you knew if you're going to remodel or demolish it beforehand, because you would get different cost estimates. Because, for instance, if you're going to remodel it, we would look at lead-based paint and sample for that. If you're going to demolish it, we wouldn't look at lead-based paint, things like that. So it might be best if you can figure out whether you're going to demolish or remodel.
Well, yeah, so we need the same floor space somewhere.
Okay.
Right. So I think if we, not speaking for the board, because they're big folks, they can do that
Right.
by themselves. But if we tear it down, we're still going to need the space, so we're going to have to build something back. So some X amount of dollars per square foot is what it costs to build.
Right.
So is it more cost effective to remodel it, or is it more cost effective to tear it down and go back up again? I think we need to know what the numbers are on both sides of that.
Okay.
That's kind of where I was going.
Yeah.
It's a long way around the bush. But.
Gotcha.
And I think a lot of that might depend upon how much funding might come from the foundation as to figure out the county's cost on it.
So we could do all the abatement costs complete. We wouldn't be able to do renovation costs, like
Sure.
you need new carpet or things like that. But as far as the cleanup, Brownfields would do the testing, and then the statewide cleanup assistance program would do the abatement, and it wouldn't cost you all anything.
There's no match funds or
No
anything?
match.
What's the odds of getting this grant?
It's not a grant, it's actually, we have the grant and we just get to pick projects, so you don't have to compete. We have money, we can go ahead and do it. I brought the application. This is what you'd have to fill out, and
Sure.
you turn that in, and then we come and hire a contractor to do the work. And then when we get the results back for the testing, then we would hand it over to the program that I was talking about, the SCAP program, and they would do the abatement for you.
And you're sure you're with DEQ?
I brought my business card.
It's just a joke.
Yeah.
Not really, but.
Is there a top end on how much that
Right,
can
what's
be?
the max?
No.
max?
No.
I'm like, Mommy, are you sure you're from DEQ?
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to change that lead in on social media. We're
Whenever-
from the government, we're here to help.
Yeah.
This may actually
Whenever
be-
you sign something with the SCAP program, it will say, if we don't have funds, we can back out of it, but they do have funds. I've talked to them. He said, go ahead, and he had a staff meeting today, or he would have been here. He said, go ahead and tell them we have money to do it.
Well, Wow.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I see
Timing,
it.
the
How long
timing
does
is
it-
good.
What's the timing from application point?
Once you turn in the application, we have to go through our purchasing to get the contractor, but we have it's called IDIQ, indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity kind of program. So we can hire the contractor to get the sampling done pretty quick. So I'd say this spring we could probably get it done.
Does the building have to be empty for the sampling part, or?
No, but it would be probably easier if it was. Is there somebody in there now?
Well, the
Oh.
building is 6 floors, and it's being used primarily for storage
Yeah.
for all the county offices. So there's a lot of stuff in
Yeah.
there. And then we have 2 cellular towers that rent at the top and have
Uh-huh.
some space where they have their equipment for their cell towers.
But there's not people working
No,
in there. Yeah.
no.
I think they could sample around all that. Yeah.
Good.
Well, I say we look at this application, maybe have a special meeting and
Yeah, Aaron, I appreciate y'all
Yeah.
coming out for that.
That'll work.
it almost sounds too good to be true is what scares me.
You can talk to other cities that have done it if you want to talk to somebody else. Say, are they really telling the truth?
I hate to be that way, it's just the way it's always been.
Other departments we've had kind of a run with.
Yeah, it's weird because most of the things at DEQ are enforcement and penalties and that kind of thing, but we're actually the part that is friendly.
Well, I appreciate you coming in
Yeah,
and
definitely.
sharing that with us, and we'll put it on our, maybe a special meeting. and-
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you have questions afterwards that you're like, oh, I wish I would have asked her, just call me or email me.
All right.
That'll work.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah,
Thank you
definitely. Thanks
very
for
much.
fitting me in.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
You bet.